Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. My name is Rimas. Thank you for joining this live session. If you will be looking offline also what happened on this meeting, I will try to explain today how you can outsource, leverage DevOps experts to manage your cloud infrastructure. This meeting is first of all for founders and small business owners, but of course, if you're curious just to understand what is behind this Cloudpilot name, you're more than welcome to be here and listen what they have to explain for you today. During upcoming hour, I will be going to Cloudpilot service. We'll go through it. I will deep dive. I will try to focus on what problem it solves and what value you can actually benefit out of that. So if you decide to drop at this moment and just say it's not for me, I have for you already at the first place three already benefits or three things which you can use in your cloud infrastructure in your business. So first of all is faster time to market. So if you're a business owner, you want to start your business right now, everything or almost everything is digitalized and you need to have IT infrastructure. Usually it's great to start and have benefits from the public cloud, but you don't have the DevOps teams and the expertise to do it. With the Cloudpilot, you can do this. You can maintain your infrastructure with up to 50% speed of moving forward and up to 60% of reducing the risk of any errors if you will be doing yourself. Second, it's significant cost savings for you because with our experience, we saw that usually it's at least 30% on your cloud on your infrastructure saving costs, because we find out working with our customers that there is always some resources laying around. There is always something which can be cleaned up, which is direct benefit for you, which always financials are very important when you run business, and you can have right away benefits out of that. The third one, access expert level DevOps engineers. For example, if you would like to hire your own team and basically have a single junior DevOps engineer as an example, I made a homework and I explored the market. So if you would like to have a DevOps engineer, it will be around 3.5K, $3,500 per month for you to hire such an engineer. Where Cloudpilot, with the offering which we have right now, you could have it the same expertise and even more, 5 times cheaper. So this is the three benefits which Cloudpilot service gives you. And if you'll take that, just that into account, you can take and have already benefits out of it. But we'll deep dive today in upcoming hour, explaining more details, what is behind that, and how we can benefit out of it. So without much overdue, I would like to start with my own story and get more familiar who I am, what I'm doing, and why even I'm speaking with you. So as I mentioned in the beginning, my name is Rimas, and I'm a head of engineering at Cloudvisor. In short, my day-to-day duties is to run a team of DevOps engineers and making sure that we deliver everything what we committed to our customers, talking to them, understanding their needs, adapting to that, and building long-term partnerships. Privately, I'm a father of 2 amazing kids. I have a wife. I'm very into the sports. I really like biking and running. But what is the most important out of that it keeps me healthy. My work is sitting all day, so keeping the right balance, it's very important for me. So this is a short intro about myself. Now, to give a little bit of the background, what is Cloudvisor? Because Cloudpilot, the service which we're providing, is part of the Cloudvisor. So we are the company who are providing the DevOps or cloud infrastructure services. Also, we provide a lot of benefits on the resale of AWS services. So there is a lot of variety of things which, if you would like to build something in the cloud, or you have infrastructure, would like to get benefits out of that working with us, this is the right place to start. We are official AWS partner, advanced partner. We have over 1,500 successful customers. We are top one cloud infrastructure and resale provider in Europe. So we are living in the startup world mainly, but we are dealing also with or working with small medium businesses. DNA in our DNA is startup is the main thing. We are always trying to adapt, and this is where we start, and this is where we are continue. So this is a short intro, but I would like to focus today on the Cloudpilot service, what it is, and how we can benefit out of that. So without overdue, I would like to share my screen and jump right into that. So here you can see, first of all those materials will be available offline. This is the page, the web page based on Notion. I will share with you offline. You can go through it in details offline yourself, but I would like to go one by one and explain what is Cloudpilot, and then show you how it looks like a little bit from the kitchen perspective, I would say. So first of all, Cloudpilot, in very short description, how I'm saying, is a fire and forget service for your cloud infrastructure. So we are taking ownership or taking care of your infrastructure, and you as a business owner, as a founder, you can focus on running your business actually, and sleep well, and do not worry about, is my IT infrastructure, is my digital infrastructure working well, because we'll be doing for you. And this is the core thing and the reason why we came up with the Cloudpilot, because working with many customers from various industries, we find out that when you are bootstrapping the new company, when you're running the business, you are spread it very thin, and you have a lot of duties to actually run the business, but not necessarily running the back-end systems or everything which supports you is the most important thing on your priority list. And so this is why we came up with the idea, okay, we would like to help you in this journey and take care about your IT infrastructure, which is running in the cloud. So this is the main reason. This is the core thing of the Cloudpilot. Now going into the details. A Cloudpilot consists of three main phases. So let's take an example. You're joining Cloudpilot service. What will happen first? We will do the audit and assessment of your infrastructure. So why? Because we would like to bring the highest possible quality of our service, and we need to understand what you have in your cloud infrastructure, which is running on AWS. So to do that, we are doing the audit. We are reviewing your infrastructure. There, we are trying to have a minimal involvement from your side. What does it mean? Of course, we'll be super transparent. We'll communicate. We'll provide all the reports, everything. But coming from the original mindset that you are super busy, we are trying to minimize your involvement, and we are looking only for the key elements, key puzzles to the whole picture, and everything else we are trying to do in the background. All those key elements are we need to get access to your infrastructure, which we will explain to you what need to happen, what you need to provide to us. This is one specific item. And second, very important thing in the audit phase, we need to agree what areas are important for you. And for this, we're using AWS Amazon Web Services well-architected framework. Web architecture framework is a collection of all the best practices coming from AWS. So there are few pillars or few buckets which is available. What is well architected framework? It's a public information. You can read it online also and deep dive into that. But to do not reinvent the wheel and start in the right place and do not like rethink again, we are using this framework to actually assess your infrastructure, audit that, and this is why we have a conversation with you. Which areas are important? Those areas could be security, cost optimization, reliability. If it's unclear for you what is behind that, of course, we're explaining everything, but we are defining your profile of your which areas are important for your business right now, and this is where we'll be using those pillars as a lenses to in the later stages maintain your infrastructure. So this is the audit and infrastructure assessment phase. How long it takes? It usually takes around 2 weeks. What our experience says that it usually or sometimes takes longer because you are involved, and if you will not get critical information, we are basically waiting, but it's fine. We are, as always, trying to adapt and build a partnership and plan which works for both sides. But if we need to just run it full in us, it will take around 2 weeks to do it. The outcome of the audit phase is a list of the found items, which we will jump in and remediate. What does it mean? That we'll be fixing for you in your infrastructure. Of course, we'll agree on the plan because certain changes, it may be not impactful to your business, to your application. If you'll see an even minimal risk that we may break your application layer, for example, or it may impact your overall system, we'll be discussing with you, we'll agree on the roadmap, and based on that, we will be fixing those things one by one. What does it mean fixing? It depends on your current setup. We may go into your infrastructure through AWS console and doing their changes. We may write code. We are using Terraform as our main programming language for infrastructure changes, and doing that for you. Of course, the code will be provided for you. Everything you will get in the package. So this is the audit phase. Now, just to give you an example how the outcome of the audit phase look like and what is the I would say form of document which we're providing and sharing with you. So this is the Google Sheet which you will get, or generated PDF document, depends on your preferences. And this is the real customer example. Of course, I removed the customer name and specific sensitive data, I would say, from this spreadsheet, but this is the real case example uh, where we provide exactly such document to our customers, where this specific customer picked up security, cost optimization, and reliability pillars. And based on that, we conducted the audit and we come up with a list of the things which need to be fixed to be to align with the best practices of running cloud infrastructure. As you can see, for example, in the cost optimization, you have ABS volumes. So this is unused resources. Right size your also ABS volumes. Enable auto scaling groups. So when your needs are growing or business is growing, so your infrastructure in terms of H2 instances will be upgraded or downgraded automatically. Savings plans, which also will save you some money if you use RDS savings plans. So this is the example of specific situation. Basically, the list of the things which need to be fixed. Now, also additionally, there will be description what is out of scope. You will get pricing calculator. So if there will be certain items or services which we recommend to enable for you because we want to be aligned with certain best practices, you will get estimates how much you need to pay on top of your already existing AWS spend. you will get the link to calculator. You can look into the details. And in this case, the customer may pay around $186 per month on top. Of course, you can say no, I don't want to pay. I don't want to be aligned with those best practices. Okay, it's not enforced. It's not mandatory. It's just a recommendation, and of course, you are here the main decision maker. So this is an example of the changes. Of course, also I will share this spreadsheet with you offline if you would like to have a look how it looks like. So in summary, to finish the explanation of audit phase, we'll deep dive in your cloud infrastructure. We'll define the list what need to be fixed. The areas will be agreed together with you what is important for you. Based on that, we'll conduct the report. And then the next phase will be actually implementing those items. As I mentioned, all those things should happen in 2 weeks. But if there are any critical dependencies on you, for example, no worries. We'll agree on the plan, and it's fine that it will take longer. Now, when all the changes will be made, we'll be moving to the onboarding phase. So here there are 3, I would say, main elements behind that. So one, we'll conduct the workshop. So basically, we'll have a meeting with you, explaining what we have, what we fixed, what are the next steps, explaining why we are making those changes, so on and so forth. So also to educate you. Also, we are establishing our communication channel with you. So we're using Slack for that. If you are using a free version of Slack, it's fine. If you're using paid version of Slack, it's also fine. We are flexible here, no worries. But why Slack? Because why Slack, not, for example, emails? Because we want to be accessible for you as much as possible, and like online communication, we find out that this is the most effective, and this is the our preferred way or default way to communicate with you. Of course, if you'd like to get certain information in email, yes, no problem, we'll be sharing with you. But if we are solving certain issues, if you're reporting something to us, if we need to clarify something for us, we are jumping into the Slack, and this is the most efficient way to do it. Of course, if we'll need to have a meeting, we'll do it, not a problem. The third part of that is monitoring and dashboarding. So we will deploy our monitoring solution, which includes various different things like Grafana dashboards, sometimes CloudWatch dashboards, a set of different kind of metrics which are included in the which is called AWS conformance packs. Also, we're using best practices recommended by AWS, adding our experience. But we'll set up the monitoring in general, which allows us to look into your infrastructure and have the data, but also you will get access to those dashboards. You will get access to monitoring Slack channels where you can look yourself. It will be for you as a visibility, transparency, and just understanding what is happening. But it will be also for you, for us to the tool to monitor your infrastructure. So this is onboarding phase. About the duration, it may take up to 1 week, no more really. And then when you are onboarded, we are moving to the maintenance phase. And here in maintenance phase, there are a lot of details. So first of all, biweekly infrastructure checks. So each 2 weeks, you will get a simple Slack message summary with describing what we have found out in the past 2 weeks, which items we are going and jumping right away for fixing, which items we need your approval because it may impact your business or application, and you need to get your approval because we don't want to break your running system. So this message will be sent 1 time per 2 weeks, so basically 2 times per month. And then we'll have a monthly recommendations. So we'll do the same on monthly basis, we'll send a simple Slack message for you describing what we find out, what we recommend to do, and so on and so forth. Of course, if you request us to wrap it up in a document, no problem. We'll do it. It's up on the request. We're not doing that by default. Why? Because we find out also that we get also the feedback from the customers that yeah, the documents are nice, but the core is the value out of that and which items will be fixed in my infrastructure. So we said, okay, let's simplify, do simple thing, run it in the Slack, and then if someone needs this, we will send the document. The next item is SLAs, service level agreement. So here we have 2 levels of service level agreement. The first one, reaction time. So we are committing that we'll react into your message within 2 hours. So for example, you got an email from AWS and you don't know what to do with that. You see some issues in your application and you may feel that, we need to check also infrastructure of that. You're dropping a message in the Slack, and we are committing that we'll react into this message in 2 hours. I can say from the real data which we're collecting, our reaction times data, it's right now, the last month was 11 minutes. So we are way faster than those 2 hours. But we are committing to that. And then fixing the issues. So we are saying when we will find the issues, the issue will be fixed within 2 weeks. If it's not business critical issue, so if it's medium and low priority, and I will explain for you later what does it mean, medium or low priority. But basically, in 2 weeks we'll fix those issues. Now the tier 2 SLA, it's 30 minutes. So we are saying that if you have a business critical issue happening, I don't know, your application is down, you're losing money, your customers are impacted, and basically your business is impacted. So we are saying that we'll react in 30 minutes for your Slack message. We'll jump into the conversation right away. We'll try to understand what is happening, help you debug the issue, and find out where is the cause, if it is the cause in the infrastructure side, and provide you the fixing that, or provide you steps how to fix it if we cannot do it ourselves. So this is SLAs. Again, as I mentioned to you, the even standard our reaction time, it's much lower than 30 minutes. As I mentioned, it's right now 11 minutes. So we are very fast on this front. Now there is operation management. So in our Cloudpilot offering, we have DevOps engineers assigned, but we have also project manager assigned. So if you will have any, administrative questions, anything, we'll have a person for that. If this person also will look if everything is going according to plan. So this is the project management part, and basically streamline everything that we deliver on time. All your responses will be served, and so on and so forth. So this is operations. Now, talking about proven expertise and best practices, as I mentioned today at the beginning, we have over 1,500 customers as a company. So we are bringing this experience and from the DevOps engineering perspective. In the last 6 months, we delivered over 18 projects, various industries, various sizes of that. So we are bringing multi-year experience and best practices, which is combined with AWS best practices to bring your cloud infrastructure to the level which is top port level. The next thing, which is quarterly business review. So here, in simple words, each 3 months, we'll recommend you or we'll ask you to have a meeting with us, where we'll be up to 30 minutes meeting, very short, to discuss and ask you for the feedback. So we will be more than happy to listen to that, discuss about what is working, what is not working. Of course, anytime You will have a chance to provide the feedback after each issue resolution. We are asking to fill in a quick survey, because for us it's very important to get your feedback. And Cloudpilot, it's majority based on the feedbacks which we got from the customers over time. So getting your insights, your opinions, it's very, very important and crucial for us. So feedback is one. Second, talk about your business strategy. So maybe you would like to change your existing profile. Maybe you would like to prioritize certain buckets. Maybe you want to change something in the Cloudpilot service. So we'll do those periodic checks to discuss with you. And the third, some future collaborations. I don't know, you would like to migrate certain workloads to the AWS. You want to do certain things. We'll have this conversation with you on that meeting. And after that, we'll move on with the next steps and action items we'll define at that meeting. And the last item in the monitoring phase. So it's proactive monitoring, security audit, FinOps, and continuous optimization. So this is what it closes in the overall monthly cycle of your infrastructure maintenance. There are a lot of interim steps which we're taking, but in short, your infrastructure will keep in the house of infrastructure based on your profile, to have the best practice aligned, all the issues fixed which you find out throughout those lens. And this allows you to sleep well and making sure that your infrastructure is in the good shape. So with that note, we went through all the three main phases of the Cloudpilot. Audit phase and onboarding phase is one time at the beginning. Maintenance phase, it's happening in the monthly cycles. We are going continuously through your infrastructure and making sure that everything works as expected. Now, talking about or answering the question, is it Cloudpilot for me? How I can benefit out of that? So we listed here a few examples. So as an example, your fast growing SaaS company, you have migrated your workload, which, by the way, we can help you to migrate your application systems from on-premises. You have your own server to AWS. You're running on other cloud providers. Whatever, we can help you and make assessment, do everything what will be required, consult you on the topic, and help you actually do the work to migrate you to the AWS cloud and get benefits out of that. But let's say in this case, you have already your workloads in AWS, and but you start seeing some performance bottlenecks. There is some inefficient resource utilization, and even you don't know about that because you don't have expertise in your team. You don't have time to do this. So this is a good fit for the Cloudpilot. What things will be applied, listed here: monthly checks, audits, everything will be put in place. The next scenario, ensuring long-term stability post AWS migration. So again, you migrated, but there is certain configuration drifts, there is a security vulnerabilities which need to be fixed, and so on and so forth. So all those things will be put in place, and it's a good fit for the Cloudpilot to make it happen. Strengthening compliance and security for example, fintech companies. We often getting questions from our customers about, for example, SOC 2 compliance, PCI DSS compliance, GDPR compliance. Yes, we have a pillar which is security. We can go through it and focus on those things, or even go beyond Cloudpilot and do, for example, security audit, or apply other things to get to the bottom of security topic and implement everything for you, for example, to be SOC 2 compliant. Ongoing cost optimization. So again, if you'll say, I don't care about anything else, the cost is for me right now the primary thing which you like to focus. Yep, we'll focus on that. we'll review infrastructure. We'll see what can be done to save the costs for infrastructure. As I mentioned at the beginning, there is usually something could positively influence your AWS spends. Positively mean we can reduce the cost of that. Because if you are not periodically maintaining, if you're not periodically not reviewing your infrastructure, there is something laying around which can be optimized, changed, and improved. So this is cost optimization, long-term reliability. You're running mission-critical systems, so your system need to be strong, run continuously, like having backups, defining recovery plans, disaster plans, everything of that. We can review, build a plan, do the audit, and work together on make it happen. Yeah, so this is great fit examples. We have here a price model which we will discuss, and I will describe in details how it works and how much Cloudpilot as a service costs you. But before that, I would like to also go through the FAQ questions, or maybe let me check if there are any questions, comments online. No, I don't see anything. So let's go through it. And if anyone online you have right now and will be looking offline, drop comments, questions under this event. I will be more than happy to also answer them. So first question, what is Cloudpilot engineering service? We already covered that. It's fully managed AWS DevOps service where you're taking that and you're forgetting about your infrastructure maintenance. We'll do it for you. So what is difference between Cloudpilot and actually hiring or having in-house DevOps engineers? One, the biggest difference is the cost. As I mentioned, if you would like to hire, for example, junior DevOps engineer, the person who is already starting their DevOps career, so it will cost you around $3,500. My estimates are really subjective. You might find out cheaper. You may find out more expensive to hire someone like that. Just for example, taking $3,500. If you will take Cloudpilot, it will be for you five times cheaper to have DevOps expertise as outsourced DevOps expertise, but it's much more beyond that, which we went through it already. So it's not only access to DevOps experts who are AWS certified experts. You have access to senior DevOps engineers. If needed, we'll bring solution architect. We'll bring all the expertise which will be needed to actually deliver what need to be delivered in the Cloudpilot. So it's a minimal cost, which Cloudpilot is already 5 times cheaper. If you will add additional things and different kind of levels of expertise, it will to have this expertise in-house. It will be much more expensive for you. So so this is the difference between having in-house and having Cloudpilot DevOps team or DevOps engineer. What are the best practices? What AWS best practices Cloudpilot follows? So as I mentioned already, we covered that we are following well-architected framework as our vehicle behind that. But of course, it's not only that. We are adding our experience. We are adding other stuff specific to the subject which we need to work on. So yeah, the main thing is the well-architected framework, but it's going beyond that. What is included in the Cloudpilot service? We covered that already. Audit, onboarding, and maintenance. This is the 3 things which we have. Of course, as I mentioned, there is much details behind it, which we already covered that, so we'll not go over that one more time. Yeah, the next question is, what happens after the initial assessment? After initial audit assessment, we will provide a detailed roadmap with a recommendation, as I mentioned, for you, and you can choose to move forward with the Cloudpilot to the maintenance phase or continuous for continuous monitoring improvement, or you can say, okay, thank you, I got the audit, I got fixes, I don't want to continue into the maintenance phase, which is also an optional choice here. Optional choice, I mean, you can choose moving forward or not. Yeah, so this is a question, it covers what I already mentioned. Can I use Cloudpilot only for an audit and assessment? Yes, you can do this, not a problem. Yeah, please remember that Cloudpilot as a thing is defined as a framework. We are trying to adapt to your needs, adjust everything which will be a good fit for you. Yeah, how does Cloudpilot monitor my AWS environment? So as I mentioned, we're using Grafana as a base vehicle for the dashboard. We're using AWS native monitoring. We're using conformance packs, which is a set of different rules and automatic checks of your infrastructure. So we are using dedicated Slack channel for all the monitoring alarming, which is setting up. So this is the things also which I mentioned. What type of support does Cloudpilot provide? So SLAs, which I mentioned to you already. The next thing, which also we got a feedback from few customers, and we added that to the Cloudpilot after initial launch, which is, does Cloudpilot provide 24/7 support? At the beginning, we did not have it, but we listened to our customers. We add that. So yes, Cloudpilot provides 24/7 support. It's an add-on to the base price and the base offering, which I will explain to you in a minute. But yes, we have that. How long does it take to get started with the Cloudpilot? I think if we'll count our pure time, how long it may take to go through all those 3 stages as I mentioned and enter pure maintenance, it probably will be between 2 and 3 weeks, because one, we need to do audit, have discussion with you, and then fix all the items. So for all those and onboard you obviously. So all those things will take between 2 and 3 weeks to do it. Yeah, and how are the priorities defined? So low priority, no impact on availability, performance. So yeah, something nice to have, be up to speed and aligned with the best practices, but nothing urgent, nothing I would say special here. Sorry, yeah. Medium, something which is already impactful, but it's not business critical. So partial outage or degraded service, workarounds may exist, and production is typically not impacted. But yes, it need to be done. And high priority or critical incidents, complete outage, critical security issues, or risk data loss, which we need to react right away and work on them. And here we're talking about infrastructure part. I'm not talking about application, because sometimes application may not work because there is some issues or bugs introduced basically, and also infrastructure is impacted, or it could be opposite side. Of course, there may be some side effects because of the type of the workload or change of the workload for your application. So there could be many different things, but basically if there is outage, serious issues, it's a business critical, and it aligns with the tier 2 SLA. So this is the basic, I would say, set of questions which we have listed, also which we got from the customer. So this list, it's continuously maintained, and it will be expanding. And now I would like to discuss about the price of the Cloudpilot. So the model is based on your AWS infrastructure spend. So how much you are paying to run cloud infrastructure will be a base to calculate the Cloudpilot price. So starting from the top of this table, if your infrastructure is below $2,000, you will pay a flat rate, which is 650. $650. In euros, it will be 600 euros. And then if you're exceeding AWS spend more than 2K, you're landing in the upper tiers, as you can see here. And then Cloudpilot price will be calculated based on the percentage. So here, for example, you will spend, as an example, 2,500. We'll calculate the cost with the 30% of your AWS spend in the particular month. And if your infrastructure will grow, your Cloudpilot cost will grow, or monthly subscription will grow basically. If you would like to have 24/7 support, the base price is $1,950. And then if you will go again to the upper tiers, plus 10% to the base cost. So if you'll take this, for example, tier, and you would like to have base price and the 24/7 add-on, we'll charge you 40% of your current month AWS spend. So the philosophy or our algorithm behind that is that if your AWS spend is growing, it means that you have more resources, your cloud infrastructure resources, more resources running basically, sorry. So it means that it requires more time from us, or we need to watch for more things in the infrastructure. And this is why, this is the one reason, but also, as you can see, percentages is going down if you're entering the next years. Obvious reason, your spend is growing, so the percentage lower because you will be paying basically more versus your current AWS spend. So this is the model of the Cloudpilot. Nothing else to add. It's quite simple, I would say. In short, you're taking AWS spend, subtracting with the percentages, and you're getting the price of the Cloudpilot. What is important to remember here, that everything what I mentioned for you, doing the audit and infrastructure assessment, fixing found items, onboarding you, maintaining that, everything it's included into everything of those items are included into the price. So you're paying monthly subscription fee, but you don't need to pay additionally of maintaining your infrastructure. You're paying one time per month, and we are taking care of your infrastructure. You don't need to pay additionally on specific fix-ups. You don't need to pay for monitoring that. Everything is included into the package. What is not included into the Cloudpilot package? If you would like to migrate a new workloads, if you would like to re-architect your infrastructure, if you would like to build new services, this is a separate project, which of course we can help you to scope it, define the plan, implement, do everything, but it is not part of the Cloudpilot. Cloudpilot is purely designed and crafted with one single purpose: maintain your infrastructure to the best shape possible. So I want to make it clear. Yeah, so we went through everything, and let me check if there are any questions online. I don't see anything popping up. So I think we will slowly wrap it up in very simplified way. If you are the business owner, if you have any infrastructure, or you would like to have any infrastructure in the cloud, please contact us, look into the Cloudpilot. What are the main stages of the Cloudpilot? Audit, onboarding, and maintenance. These are the three phases. Third thing, price. You're paying once per month. Everything else, it's included in the price. It's part of the subscription. And if you would like to, as I mentioned, I will share those resources in the event comments. But if you would like to discuss more, have a more detailed conversation about that, drop me a message on LinkedIn. I'll reach out to you, and we'll have a more deep dive conversation. We're more than happy to answer all your questions there. And with that, let me check one more time if there are any comments. Well, let's wait a couple of minutes because there is a delay in the live transmission or broadcast versus what you're seeing. So I will wait a little bit. If you have any questions. Okay, so to wrap it up, thank you very much for the session today. Again, you will find out the materials which are shared on this live session in the comments. If you will have, again, any questions, anything to clarify, please drop comment or you can reach out to me directly on the LinkedIn. And with that, thank you one more time and have a good day. Bye.